Breaking news just in on the Minnesota Vikings news channel. Before we dive into this explosive update, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest Vikings developments. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. When the Minnesota Vikings signed Sam Darnold earlier this year, it was intended for him to serve as a bridge quarterback until their 2024 NFL draft pick was ready to take the reins. General Manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah had his eyes on prospects like Michael Penix, J.J. McCarthy, or perhaps even Drake May, if he slipped past the top three. Ultimately, the choice narrowed to Michigan's J.J. McCarthy and Bo Nix, with the Vikings opting for McCarthy. Unfortunately, McCarthy's season was cut short due to a right knee meniscus tear, sidelining him for the year. Meanwhile, Bo Nix has been shining with the Denver Broncos, emerging as one of the top quarterbacks in a class that includes Caleb Williams. This has inevitably led to some second-guessing among fans and analysts. However, Minnesota has been fortunate. They've received stellar quarterback play surpassing even Nix's performance, with their signal caller being a top candidate for league MVP, not just Rookie of the Year. The twist? The player leading Minnesota's remarkable season is none other than Sam Darnold, who is transformed into the quarterback many envisioned back in 2018. The Vikings are vying for the top spot in the NFC, largely due to Darnold's exceptional play. Yet, despite his success and the seemingly limitless potential with the 27-year-old at the helm, Minnesota has not approached Darnold about a long-term extension to secure the stability they sought when drafting McCarthy 10th overall. Several factors contribute to this hesitation. McCarthy's rookie contract is significantly more affordable than what Darnold might command on the open market and remain so for at least the next 3 years. But can McCarthy perform at the level Darnold has demonstrated in 2024? Is this a risk the Vikings are willing to take? This dilemma stands as one of the most intriguing questions in the NFL today. Personally, I wouldn't recommend moving on from Darnold, especially if he leads the team deep into the playoffs. One of the hardest questions to answer in the NFL is how a player will translate into a new system. Teams can invest millions into scouting at all levels, consult former coaches, and even inquire with past teammates. Yet no one can truly predict the outcome until the player hits the field. That's why some high draft picks falter, some free agents are released despite hefty contracts, and why a player can emerge from obscurity on a prove-it deal to become a long-term asset. In 2024, Darnold unquestionably fell into the latter category, signing a 1-year, $10 million contract to serve as a bridge quarterback before turning into one of the greatest values in the NFL. Taking the field in Week 1 with modest expectations, especially after McCarthy's injury, Darnold achieved something unprecedented in his professional career: sustained winning football. Earning his most starts since 2020 with the New York Jets, Darnold completed 310 of 461 passes for 3,776 yards, 32 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions over 15 games. He displayed poise in the pocket, made sound decisions under center, and developed instant chemistry with the Vikings' top stars, including Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and T.J. Hawkinson. The best part? The only ghosts he's been seeing are his opponents, as the Vikings are a win away from securing the top seed in the NFC heading into Week 18. Could this be a one-year wonder for the pride of USC? Potentially, but with head coach Kevin O'Connell, Jefferson, and Addison not going anywhere anytime soon, the future looks promising. While it may be challenging to find $20 million, $30 million, or even $40 million to retain him, the Vikings envisioned offering such a contract to McCarthy down the line, hoping for an MVP-caliber quarterback under center. Though the timeline may have accelerated, Darnold doesn't turn 28 until June and could be deserving of a substantial deal in 4 or 5 years if his performance warrants it. He's not a veteran on borrowed time. He's in his prime. If the Vikings decide to retain Darnold, what does this mean for McCarthy? This presents a choose-your-own-adventure scenario for the front office. Would they consider trading McCarthy a year after drafting him, akin to Josh Rosen's situation, without him appearing in a single game? If so, what could they receive in return? A second-round pick seems plausible for a player of his caliber. Perhaps a team selecting late in the first round, like the Los Angeles Rams, might see an opportunity to secure a young talent behind an aging veteran and offer their top selection for McCarthy's services, possibly with additional future picks to sweeten the deal. After trading away future picks for other assets, the Vikings could benefit from additional draft capital to maintain a roster brimming with young, ascending talent. If trading a backup quarterback could yield at least one starter on a cost-controlled contract, maybe even two, investing heavily in Darnold becomes more palatable moving forward. But what if the Vikings choose not to trade McCarthy? That's a viable option as well. Consider the 2019 Philadelphia Eagles, who drafted Jalen Hurts in the second round despite Carson Wentz's substantial contract. While it caused some friction, Hurts eventually secured his own lucrative deal and now leads a top-seeded team in the NFC. Similarly, the Atlanta Falcons faced criticism for drafting Michael Penix Jr. after extending Kirk Cousins, but that decision now appears astute, with Penix poised as their quarterback of the future.